From real-life hulks and mountains to the world's tallest humans, here are 13 real-life giants you won't believe exist. Number 13. The Russian Hulk. Denis Kuplankov gets that nickname thanks to his imposing physique, which almost looks like it's a digital effect. At 6.1 or 1.9 meters tall and around 308 pounds, 140 kilograms, he's one of the smaller giants on our list. But don't be fooled, he was born in Ukraine where he trained until he started to enter arm wrestling competitions. Given his huge hands which can crush walnuts and his 25-inch 64cm biceps, is it any wonder why this guy has won numerous international arm wrestling championships? Number 12. Maximinus THRAX. Here's a leader that you could have looked up to. Literally. Maximinus THRAX was a Roman emperor who reigned for only a short time, from 235 to 238 AD. But that was long enough to establish him as the tallest emperor ever, not to mention one of the tallest humans of all time. Ancient sources claim that THRAX stood up to 8 feet 6 inches tall or 2.6 meters, although some modern researchers have questioned the veracity of those accounts. But most sources do agree that THRAX was a man of considerable size and had a thumb so large he could wear a wrist bracelet as a ring. Busts of him depict a man with prominent facial features, including an enlarged nose and jaw. That could have indicated the presence of acromegaly, a disorder that's linked to excess growth hormones, which could have produced THRAX's larger physique. But as big as he was still taken down hard by his own soldiers. Number 11. Zheng Jinlian. Only a handful of people in medical history are documented to have grown 8 feet 2.4 meters tall or taller. Born in Hunan, China, Zheng Jinlian is the only woman to be verified in modern times as having a height that exceeded 8 feet or 2.4 meters. As a teenager, she stood 7 feet 6 inches, 2.34 meters, and weighed more than 290 pounds or 132 kilos. By the time she passed away at the age of 17, her height was documented at 8 feet 1 inches, 2.5 meters. Zheng still holds the record for being the tallest woman ever. Number 10. John Rogan, 8'9", 2.7 meters. With a documented height of 8 feet 9 inches or 2.7 meters, this fellow is regarded as the second tallest human in recorded history. He was born in Tennessee in 1868 and began to rapidly grow by the age of 13. But Rogan suffered from ankylosis, a condition that causes skeletal joints to become excessively rigid. Unable to easily stand or walk, he used a goat cart pulled by the animals for transportation. Even with his great height, Rogan only weighed about 205 pounds or 93 kilograms. He died in 1905 at the age of 37. Number 9. The long and the short of it. You could call Adam Rayner a man of extremes. As a young man, he was a dwarf, but when he died, he was a giant. He was born in Austria in 1899 to parents who were normal-sized. When he was 19, he stood 4.8 feet tall or 146 centimeters, although some sources claim he was even shorter. Because a characteristic of dwarfism is a height below 4.1 inches, 147 centimeters, he was classified as such. By the time he was 21, all that changed drastically. He underwent a dramatic growth spurt that resulted in the height of 7 feet 2 inches, 2.2 meters. By the time he passed away at 51, Rayner's height was documented at 7 feet 8 inches or 2.4 meters. That made him the only human ever to be classified as both a dwarf and a giant. Number 8. Giraffe. We take it that you believe these animals exist, but their height can be a stretch to the imagination. As the world's tallest living terrestrial animals, they can reach heights exceeding 19 feet, 5.9 meters, and weigh more than 4,200 pounds, that's nearly 2,000 kilograms. The animal's great height is accounted for mostly by its elongated neck. The giraffe's body is relatively short by comparison. Did you know they can sprint at speeds up to 37 miles per hour or 60 kilometers per hour? Number 7. Sultan Kosen. Guinness recognises this chap as the world's tallest living man with a height of 8 feet 2 inches or 251 centimetres. He's described as a Turkish citizen of Kurdish origin whose accelerated growth was triggered by a tumor on his pituitary gland. Kosen's height might have kept increasing had he not received medical treatment for the tumor, which halted his growth. In 2014, he made news when the world's tallest living man met the shortest man in recorded history at a Guinness event in London. Chandra Bahadur Dangi from Nepal stood 1 foot 9.5 inches or 55 centimetres. Number 6. A Mountain of a Man. Here's a guy who needs no introduction if you follow Game of Thrones. While he's known as the Mountain on that show, his real name is Hafþór Júlíus Björnsson. At 6 foot 9, 2.1 meters and 440 pounds or 200 kilograms, his portrayal of the Mountain almost seems like typecasting. For all his physical prowess on the show, the Icelandic star has won numerous athletic competitions in real life. That includes being the first person to win the World's Strongest Man, Europe's Strongest Man, and the Arnold Strongman Classic competitions, all within the same calendar year. Did you know that Bjornsson set a world record in 2018 when he deadlifted 1,041 pounds, 472 kilograms? So it's no wonder that Cersei Lannister retains the Mountain as her personal bodyguard. Who do you think would win a battle between the Mountain and the Russian Hulk? Number 5. The Gentle Giant. Most sources agree that Robin Pershing Wadlow was the tallest human in recorded history. He had a verified height of 8 feet 11 inches, 2.7 meters, and a weight of 439 pounds or 199 kilos. Born in Alton, Illinois, Wadlow was taller than his father by the time he was 8. When he graduated from high school, he was already 8 feet 4 inches tall or 2.5 meters. During a US tour with the Ringling Brothers Circus in the 1930s, he became a celebrity. But his great size took a toll on his health, and Wadlow needed leg braces to walk. Ironically, it was an infection caused by a cut from a leg brace that led to his death by the age of 22. Did you know that his coffin measured nearly 11 feet long, 3.3 meters, and weighed more than 1,000 pounds or 450 kilos? Wadlow is well remembered today as the Gentle Giant. Number 4. Usual Suspects. We've been dealing with the animal kingdom so far, but these next few segments will expand our borders into the plant and fungi kingdoms. FYI, if you were looking for giant critters like the African bush elephant, here you go. Those beasts stand 13 feet tall, 4 meters, and weigh over 13,000 pounds, that's 6,000 kilos. And blue whales, the largest known animal to ever exist on Earth, can reach nearly 100 feet long, 30 meters, and weigh an estimated 380,000 pounds, 172 metric tons. We're including those shoutouts because it might have felt unusual not to include some of these usual suspects. If there are any other awesome organisms you feel should have made our list, let us know in the comments. Number 3. Tallest living tree. We've had some true giants on the list regarding height, but none of the preceding can top our selection at number 3. This giant-sized life form is found along the Pacific coast of North America. Approaching 380 feet or 116 meters, Hyperion is a coastal redwood sequoia that is usually recognized as the world's tallest living tree. Coastal redwoods are some of the world's widest organisms too, with trunk diameters that can measure around 30 feet, 9 meters. The bark alone can grow about 12 inches thick or 30 centimeters, although it's very soft. While Hyperion's location is kept secret, it's thought to be around 600 years old. But that's just a kid for these huge plants. Experts say that coastal redwoods can live for as long as 1,800 years. That's a long time to stand in one place. Number 2. Humongous fungus. This selection is neither plant, animal, nor bacteria, but it exists in real life. Armillaria ostoyi is a species of fungus that commonly occurs in forests of the western United States. Scientists have discovered a specimen located in Oregon's Malheur National Forest that covers 3.4 square miles, that's 8.8 square kilometers of land. To put that into perspective, that would equate to around 1,600 American football fields. The giant fungus spreads primarily underground, so its immensity is hidden to the casual eye. In springtime, its presence becomes more evident as it blooms yellow-capped honey mushrooms. It's estimated to be around 2,400 years old, but when you're dealing with fungi, it's difficult to know whether that's really old or relatively young. Tell us what you think in the comments. Number 1. The Trembling Giant. We'll end the list with a massive specimen from the plant kingdom. It's located within an area of Utah's Fish Lake National Forest and is known as Pando. Botanists say that Pando might be described as a one-tree forest. It's actually a colonial colony of a single male quaking aspen tree, with a single massive underground root system. Massive might be an understatement though. Pando takes up 106 acres of land, that's 43 hectares. While it's not as widespread as the humongous fungus, Pando beats it in the weight class. The one-tree forest has an estimated collective weight of 6 million kilograms. That's more than 13 million pounds. That more than qualifies it as the heaviest known organism on the planet. And at some 80,000 years old, it's one of the world's oldest organisms as well. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that big red subscribe button and click the bell for notifications for our next episode. Have a great day.